Yes, of course.
Well, I don't know if it accounts true or not, but I know one thing for sure. There is one more maxim that behind every successful sportsman, there is one man. A man whose day-night endeavors result into the remarkable performance by any athlete or any sportsman. And that man is called coach. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Accordingly, in our life, we fall short of a lot of skill sets and acumen, where we need guidance, where we need support, where we need patronage. And for this very activity, who we need? We need a coach. A coach is a person who understands the coachee's need and requirements, who comes down to the level of coachee or client, understands, grasps his intentions, and orientate that skill with a thorough training, with meticulous evaluation and constructive feedbacks. After the thorough training, meticulous evaluation and constructive feedback, the process goes on, repetition, until the coachee or the client becomes good or reach the required skill level. This is the beauty of coaching. Back in 2010, I embarked upon the journey of training and consultancy after completion of my certifications in Six Sigma and ISO related courses. I went on for training and consultancy, and I trained a lot of companies. And then in 2005, I did my first coaching mastery diploma from ICF. ICF is the Institute of Coaching Federation, which is the largest coaching platform in the world. And afterwards, I started coaching. My expertise of coaching is communication, career planning, startups, and so on. I've had so many clients. I've had so many entities, business entities, and personal level who I have coached to be a better version. In startups, I have guided, consulted with the best of my coaching, two of my clients, two of my friends, two of my coachees. And then in career, I've given several career consultancy sessions in various universities and colleges. And for trainings, I've given, for system implementation, I've given on trainings in different corporate organizations, like FOR was my client, Thal Engineering was my client, and the procedure still goes on. I've had so many memories with the coaching, but the coaching experience that is closer to my heart and that relates to me a long way is a story that goes back in the year 2018. I happened to be giving a training to one of my clients for Motors. I was giving the stress management session over there, and I was preparing in the night for the session. On the next day, I heard a voice. I heard a tiny voice over there. Baba, may I go along with you? And I was a bit surprised. I turned around, I saw my daughter standing there, and she said, may I accompany you in that training? The first thought that crossed my mind is, how would it look to have a child, to have a kid with you in the training? But then I saw the spark of enthusiasm in her eyes, and I made it. I said, okay, let's go with it. After the training was over, I had the feedback from her. I said, what did you get out of the training? Because it was not a part of your level. She said 3 things. She bulleted 3 things. First, she said, I thoroughly enjoyed the training. I love the training and development activities. Second, I want to be a speaker. I want to be a trainer like you. Third, I want to learn this. And there, I had the opportunity to have my daughter as my coachee, as my client. Seeing her enthusiasm, I started working on her. I took her to some other trainings as well. And then first thing I told her was to get some powerful content. And for powerful content, I raised her interest in stories, novels. She read some of the novels that I recommended, that I loved the most, and she also loved them. Quotable quotes, puns, and she collected a huge reservoir of quotes, puns, and different stories. The next thing I worked on her was her tonality. Being girl, her tone was not that. Her tone was monotonous, not having the variety. Yes, because she was a bit shy. I worked on her. I told her how to pitch up your voice, how to pitch down, how to make it somber, to make your impact deeper. And then she practiced and she improved. Then I started working on her physiology, body language. I told her how to stand, how to have a powerful pose, how to move your hands effectively, how to grab your audience attention with the help of your hands, and how to engage the audience in different activities. Thereupon, I was on the lookout for some platforms where I could give her opportunities to practice. And finally, I stumbled upon Toastmasters Club. So I requested my club to allow them to come and be a part of this meeting and activity, and they have agreed to it. And finally, you also witnessed her performance, and I believe, and I'm truly full of prayers, that with the expert support and guidance of you, senior Toastmasters, her performance will also double up, and she will be a best version of herself in the future. Thank you very much over this